LasVegasDiscount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. LasVegasDiscount.net. LasVegasDiscount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit LasVegasDiscount.net.
Welcome to humanity. This is Hour 1.
Whatever it takes, we got to shut. Whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Yo, hi, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to Fight Net Radio.
Lee Harvey Oswald, what's your name? How am I supposed to know you?
This is Frank Shamrock. You're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Hi, this is Tia, the Knockout St. John. You're listening to Fight Net Radio, and there's no way I would ever touch Lee.
This is Chuck Jackson.
I am Stephen Bonner, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Dan Henderson, you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Everybody, welcome to Fight Net Radio, where Lee's burning every bridge there is out there. All right.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on Fight Net.
But it's a fact. You know what I mean? How dare them even to challenge me, these fighters? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? With their primitive boxing skills. You know what I mean? They're as good as dead.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew LaPache, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. And there isn't much boxing to talk about, but there is some boxing to talk about. How are you doing today, Andrew?
Very good. Very good, Lee.
For
Got
all
a
of
big game in 1 hour. What are we, an hour and 15 away?
Welcome to your Raider update. Okay, so let me tell you about what my association with this show has created because of you. I now have people putting me into Raider groups on Facebook.
Well, what's wrong with that?
The last time I'll tell you. I'll tell you. The last time I followed the Raiders, they had Marcus Allen.
Hey, you said you're going to be a Raider fan. They moved to Vegas anyway.
Yeah, I am. I'm down with that.
Go. Well, there you go. Even though it's not looking good for Mark, but I won't get into it. I'm just telling you people, the needle is definitely on a no-go right now. He needs help, Lee. He needs help.
You're going to say that until the day they're packing bags.
Yeah, I know. Hey, till the last bolt is screwed, right?
Right, and you don't want him back either. That's the funny part.
Well, no. What do you mean I don't want him back? If this deal goes through, they're gone. I'll never get them back. The bills that they're about, the agreements they're about to sign, do not let them out of this contract. That's one of the things that Mark Davis is kind of, skeptical on signing, Lee. He doesn't know if he wants to do that. That's a big, you're talking everything in this. You know, what is it, like a 90-year agreement? Have you heard anything about this?
No.
Bank of America wants one signed, and so does Las Vegas. You ain't leaving. There will be no ripoff in this one. And you know how the NFL goes. As a matter of fact, any major league sports. They like leaving bills when they leave, right? They don't like paying their bills. What do you think Mark's doing to Alameda right now? He's leaving them a bill.
True enough.
His dad signed for like over $100 million or something in upgrades. Lee, they still haven't paid that off, and that's not even that much money, people.
This show's about boxing, for those of you who are wondering.
Here we go.
This show's about boxing for any of you who really want to know the truth. We are a commentary show.
We should all be excited, Lee.
Why am I excited?
The heavyweight champ fought last night. Come on now.
Andrew is in charge. I'm trying to clear my throat, all right? I'm trying to get over being sick. Oh, you're so funny. This is a boxing show. We do commentary. We give you the news. We give you the schedules. We try to give you the what's going on in the wonderful world of boxing. We do 2 different shows here at Fight Net Radio. One is on betting. Also covers MMA, a lot of NHL. Much like Andrew, Bobby's big thing is the NHL, so I have to hear about the NHL. But we cover boxing, football, college football, A lot of mixed martial arts. We had UFC last night. So all you have to do to sign up for Fight Net Radio so nobody has to complain is type in fightnetradio.com. Guess what happens when you type in fightnetradio.com, Andrew?
What happens?
It takes you to our Facebook page now.
There you go.
Now, why would I do that? Because I'm tired of everybody telling me whatever provider they have is an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
Go to fightnetradio.com, hit the like button, and make sure you're following us. Then, okay, I'm going to give you one more instruction. In the follow key, click on See First. Why is that? Well, that's because Andrew and Bobby post inside of there. I also post, but would you like to know what I post? 3 different ways to hear the show each and every week, which is more than enough for everybody, for God's sakes. I post iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Spreaker. So I cover the entire gamut. I'm very close to pulling the trigger on having an app for this show, so you guys can stop complaining and have an app on your phone that just tells you when you have new episodes. I just haven't decided to do it. I just don't know how many people would actually sign up and actually do it. I don't know. Secondly, please support our sponsors. Please, please, please. Go to LasVegasDiscount.net. We will be live on November 11th at Tough Enough in Las Vegas. Andrew talked me out of watching boxing and instead to go watch amateur mixed martial arts with Bobby. But that's important to you, the Fight Net Radio listener, and here's why. Number one, you get to see blood and guts. You could probably even meet Randy Couture. But secondly, if you come to the show, find me, find Bobby. I'm buying drinks, as always. That's always the fun of us being at the fights. I buy drinks. We've given away T-shirts. We've given away autographs. I leverage every relationship I can possibly leverage when I go to these events to bring you back prizes, drinks, debauchery. As soon as I figure out how to legally, do hookers on this show for you fans, I'm in. I am. I just think that I'm breaking the law when I do it. Otherwise, I'd buy you guys hookers. There aren't that many listeners. I could probably buy everybody a hooker once.
That is one great company picnic, huh?
Wouldn't it be? But this show is about boxing, and we did have...
we all just got in trouble now, Lee. Thanks,
Not
buddy.
all. Mine doesn't listen to the show.
Whatever. Mine's hearing through the walls.
You're screwed.
She heard that.
Yeah,
she heard that through the wall.
I'm sure
and I got headphones on, people. She still heard Lee.
She probably popped. She looked. What is he talking about?
She wrote that down in the notebook. She questioned me about when
So
I'm
your
done.
mom doesn't like me, and now your lady doesn't like me. I'm on a roll in that house. There was boxing last night. It was on Showtime, and it wasn't really last night. It was actually yesterday afternoon. Why? Because England or Manchester or wherever the hell the fight was 3 hours ahead of East Coast time, and I'm on the West Coast, which is 3 hours behind East Coast time. So
78,000 people, Lee.
Right. They did a running total.
That.
His 2 last fights have amassed 140,000 people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's on a roll. Last night, the unified
coming to
heavyweight champion of the
America.
world, Anothony-Joshua, took on mandatory challenger, fat guy Carlos Takam. Don't get me wrong. I like short, fat guys who are willing to take fights on 10 days' notice, who are at least ranked in the top 10. But Carlos Takam got his crap handed to him fast and feverishly. His best attack of the night is when he headbutted Anothony-Joshua in the nose, causing him to, I guess, break his nose.
Yeah, I heard that. I seen Lennox tweet that out.
That was his best shot of the night, by the way.
But that's impressive. Joshua fighting through a broken nose. Go ask Mikey Garcia.
You're trying to make...
Go ask Mikey Garcia.
What is it? You're trying to make a purse out of a sow's ear? You're trying to put lipstick on a pig?
Hey,
this fight was
in the ring,
awful.
In the ring with the guy with the dozen losses. Orlando, what is it, Salido? Wasn't it Salido Garcia? Shit, they quit in the corner. Go ask him how hard it is to fight with the broken nose.
Undefeated, unified.
Ask Bernardo Hernandez. Oh, you can't. Damn it. But you know what I mean.
Undefeated, unified world heavyweight champion Anothony-Joshua, the guy who beat Klitschko to take up the mantle and become the lineal champion on Saturday night in Cardiff, Wales. improved to 20 wins, all by knockout. He is the IBF, WBA, IBO, and something else champion. It was contested in front of 78,000 crowds, the largest ever for indoor boxing event, and was the first back-to-back heavyweight world title fight on Showtime in forever. He won late.
The blood was flowing.
The blood was flowing.
Two cuts, both on punches on Takam's side. They were leaking bad. I didn't mind the stoppage. Look at everyone. People just love crying nowadays on the internet. I'm sole believer of that. They don't give a shit what it is. Somebody's gonna cry. There's too many of us not to have one fucking crybaby in the crowd. The stoppage is fine, Lee. Lee, what?
It was an awful fight.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Lee, what do you expect? He's a fill-in.
I get that, bro. I get that.
People.
But 10 rounds to take out a punching bag.
No, not a punching bag, though. This man is still an Olympian. He's still ranked number 3. Remember, we didn't see a Deontay Wilder move here. He didn't drop the number 1 contender and go down and grab number 35. They went and grabbed the 3rd-ranked guy on his belt for 12 days of notice. You got to give him some credit. And now you're telling me he had a broken nose with that opponent? You got to give this, at some point, you got to give this kid, who's really still a young man in the sport at 20-0. I know he has 20 knockouts and a knockout win over Klitschko, but overall, his overall ring experience, he's still young.
Oh, no, he's incredibly young, and unlike Deontay Wilder, who, okay, we're going to stop and do an explanation right now for all of the I want to believe that everybody listens to the show actually understands boxing on some level, but we're going to hip them up right now. So if you look at a guy like Mickey Conlon or any of these guys coming up, the goal is to get them to 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 wins with no defeats, with as many knockouts as possible. Then you give them a title. Then you take them from that point, which is where Anthony-Joshua was with his Klitschko fight, and you put them at an elite level. You put them in against world-class champions. Now, if they manage to snag the title because you believe in them that much, then you actually have to get them ring experience. So Deontay Wilder's plan was to fight nobodies after he became the heavyweight champion. He has never fought.
Now.
He has not defended once within the top 10, has he?
No, I believe not. No, sir.
Okay, Anthony-Joshua.
He's had defense. Wait a minute, Lee. To his defense, he's had fights signed up, but these guys aren't passing.
Right. The Gypsies don't want to fight him. Yeah, and they're all juicing, and he's got his eye on him. Yeah, I remember all that.
Right.
Which is all BS. Right. They're just people who are juicing. Because everybody in sports is juicing. I'm going to say it again. Everybody.
And it really seems like Luis Ortiz wasn't even juicing.
Here's the thing. Some people get caught. Some people don't get caught. Some people know what they're doing, and some people don't care.
It seemed like they got away on it on a technicality. This guy didn't write it down on his application form. So then when they questioned the substance in his body, boom, Wilder, Heyman, we're out. Right? Just like Povetkin. Remember in that Povetkin test, there was supposed to be a sample A and a sample B. Remember sample B didn't come up as dirty as sample A? They didn't want any part of that result. We're out of here. He's dirty. And now again, before the smoke clears, you're pulling out of a fight. Why ain't they waiting there and hear the WBC's ruling? Because the WBC's ruling was he's going to be suspended on health, not drugs, not steroids, health. This man has a high blood pressure medication he's taking. We want to watch the blood pressure, see where that's going before we give him a championship fight. That's what they said. Not he's on steroids. So, yeah, I don't know if Deontay, if they're actually dirty, or if Deontay and now Heyman are doing a great job of pulling out as soon as one little thing comes up on the radar. You're out. You're gone.
No, he is a disgrace as a champion. I mean, and I'm being polite about the topic.
Hey, did you hear him last night literally come on an interview and talk about Anthony Joshua's flaws? his flaws, like if Deontay Wilder